What's going on, guys? This is Tyler Weeb from Pro Physique, and today we're going to talk about whether cardio is necessary or not for fat loss. Alright, welcome back everyone. It is a beautiful Tuesday morning or afternoon, and at least it's beautiful here. We are getting that nice fall weather where it's still kind of warm but kind of chilly. It's not raining yet, it's not snowing yet. It's pretty perfect actually. But today I wanted to talk about whether or not cardio is necessary for fat loss. Yes, dreaded cardio, the thing that no one really seems to like unless you're kind of crazy and you actually really enjoy doing cardio. And that is a question that I get often and on, like, am I gonna have to do cardio? Are we gonna have to do more cardio? Now, the answer, as kind of usual, is it depends. Now, I would say that it definitely leans more towards 100%, yes, it's going to be necessary at some point. Now, starting off, might not be super necessary depending on your metabolism. Now, some people can drop body fat without having to do any or very little cardio. Right? Now, those are the special people that we all like to hate, and it's probably going to be a very rare thing that you find a person that you can just create the deficit in the body by restricting calories and not increasing cardio at the same time. Because typically what we do is we are training, we have our normal life, and so we have this set point that where our metabolism is at. And so to create the deficit within the body that we need to start a fat loss phase or to start burning through fat is we need to either increase our activity and decrease our caloric intake. Now, typically, if you want to only do a caloric decrease, that is going to be very hard to sustain without cardio because you're going to have to actually decrease quite a bit to continue that caloric deficit within the body if you're not increasing your activity. Now, typically you aren't going to increase your time spent in the gym. Usually that is going to be set, and it can be quite hard to change. And so you really aren't going to increase your activity that way. And typically the easiest way to do it is to increase cardio, right? Namely steady state, or even you can start doing some HIIT cardio. So, is cardio necessary for fat loss? I would lean a lot more towards, yeah, it's going to be necessary at some point. Now, whether that's, none at the start of a fat loss phase, maybe you want to just try to see how far you can go, or if you can start a fat loss phase without any cardio and you just do a caloric cut, see what happens. You might be able to get away with a couple weeks, but at some point you aren't going to be able to continually decreasing that much calories, and you're probably not going to see the results that you're going to want. By decreasing calories and increasing cardio, we are really creating that balance or that imbalance of a caloric deficit, and it's going to make it a lot easier to actually drop body fat. Now, whether you are doing HIIT or whether you are doing steady state, that is another thing. Now, steady state is fantastic in that its primary source of fuel at a certain point is going to be fat. Now, granted, using fat as fuel and fat oxidation are different things, but we are still getting that effect. Whereas HIIT can be done quickly and it just doesn't take as much time as, say, steady state would. So that is an option for those who maybe don't want to spend a lot of time doing cardio. You just have to be careful of your recovery, as it should be and is a very, very intense cardio, right? Like the 20-second sprint, you should not be able to do more than 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, but that's typically where it's going to be capped, and by the time you get there, you should not be able to do it. So I guess unfortunately, yes, cardio is going to be necessary for fat loss. As to how much, that is very individualistic, and it's going to be completely up to that person's metabolism and what their goals are. If it's just a general fat loss phase, we're probably not going to get too high with our steady state cardio. If you are in prep, well, then you just need to do whatever it's going to take to get stage lean. And you might be doing 90 minutes of steady state cardio in a day along with your training, because that's just what needs to be done to keep that imbalance or that caloric deficit within the body. And so that is going to be very individualistic, but for the most part, I would say that you are going to have to do cardio for fat loss at some point. I know it sucks, but you just need to do what you need to do to reach your goal. All right, everybody, that's going to be everything. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoy the content, please hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions that you'd like to see answered in future videos, just go ahead, boom, leave a comment down below. Training, nutrition, supplements, anything like that. I would love to get suggestions from any of you. All right, guys, have a fantastic Tuesday.